Hi lovely, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for the love and the support. I see you guys. So in this video today, I'll be taking you through the common mistakes, yes, in accommodation, so that some of these mistakes I made, and I want you to learn from my experience and avoid them. Number one on my list is not signing your contract, not signing your house contract. Yes, so the first house I got, if you watch my previous video where I said I got the first house 2 days after arriving in the UK and it didn't work, so here what happened. I paid for the house, I discussed about the contract, and the landlady that was to rent the house to me said that the house, the contract is not yet available, that I should just pay, that she will get it to me within a day or two. I said okay. I paid for this house and I was waiting for my house contract. Guys, do you know what happened? After 2 days, this landlady sent me a message that the house is no longer available. I should send my account number for a refund. Can you imagine that? If actually I have already signed the contract of that house, that couldn't have happened, because the contract is binding to the landlord or the landlady and is also binding to you. You keep your terms of the contract, and the landlady or whoever that is renting the house to you, the agent or whoever that is renting the house to you, keeps to their own end of the bargain. So I'll give you this as the very first and very important tip. Sign your house contract. Once you get a house and the agreement and everything has been done, as you are paying the money, be signing the contract. Let's go. Number 2 is do not pay cash. Do not ever pay cash for your rent or for anything that is a big bill in this United Kingdom, because you will not have any trace to that payment. For any payment that you will make, especially your house rent, please try a bank transfer. Yes, that is the only way that you can claim for refund or claim for fraud in case if anything goes wrong. Do not pay for your house rent cash. Some people make this mistake in the desperation of just getting the house, and as a new immigrant who does not have a bank account already, you might have cash available to you and you offer to pay cash. Sometimes it works well, but most time it doesn't. Just imagine if I had paid cash for this my particular accommodation, because actually the landlady requested that I pay cash and I said no, I'm not going to pay cash, I'm going to pay through bank transfer. She said okay, no problem. So I now had to look for someone that will help me to pay, because my account has not started working at that time. So had it been I paid cash, I don't know what would have happened. I don't really know what would have happened. So please, on no occasion should you pay cash for your accommodation. Number 3, bills inclusive. Yes, bills inclusive. Read the terms of your accommodation very well, and if you want a bills inclusive house, make sure you are getting a bills inclusive house. If you don't want a bills inclusive house, you can opt for that. But if you are planning to get a bills inclusive and you don't read what the landlord said, one of my colleagues just made a very terrible mistake, paid for a house for £600 per room and is not bills inclusive. Can you imagine that? The person was thinking, say, he thought all the houses in UK are bills inclusive. My brother, my sister, all the houses are not bills inclusive. Every room is not bills inclusive. It depends on the terms you have agreed with whoever that is renting the house to you. So if you want a bills inclusive house, make sure it is included in the house you are renting out. Or if you don't want, you can opt for no bills in the house. So also in this bills inclusive, I will advise that if you're a student and you are just getting a room apartment, get a bills inclusive house. It gives you a lot of peace of mind, because you know how much you are spending at the end of every month. Not like this month you are paying 500, next month the bills goes up, you are paying 550, next month it goes down, you are paying 450. It gives you a level of certainty, and bills are not smiling. Yes, bills are not smiling in this UK now, especially energy bills. So try as much as possible to do what? Get a bills inclusive house if you can. Not for families who are getting a full house. Definitely your landlord is not going to come and pay your bills for you. But if you are getting a room or two or studio apartment, it's possible that you can have a bills inclusive house in all these category of houses. Then number 4, view your houses before payment. Yes, view your houses before payment. A lot of things, a lot of house deformities happen in this UK. It's not 100% as you think. Yes, everywhere is fine, everywhere is. It's not always like that. You can get some houses that are very bad, and some of the pictures or the videos that they put online is how the house was when they newly built it. Maybe they built the house in 2019, 2020 or something, and they took a video, a picture of the house. That same video and that same picture is what will be used to advertise that house even in the next 10 years to come. Yes, some people have lived in the house, some people have packed out, so many things have gotten bad. And if you don't have a virtual viewing, a virtual tour, or a physical viewing of the house, you might not be able to pinpoint these little deformities or little repairs that need to be done, and you will pack into the house. Another thing is size. Most of these houses look bigger in the picture than as it actually is in real sense. So try as much as possible to do what? To view your houses. You can get someone who is already here to view it for you before you arrive. You can also arrange for viewing immediately you arrive. You can also ask for a virtual tour if all these options are not available to you. But my dear, please make sure you view your houses, because the enthusiasm and the happiness of getting a house might just make you, okay, you pay, you do everything. At the end of the day, when you now pack into this house, you start seeing so many things that you should have, that you, if you had seen, you wouldn't have taken this house. Maybe you even have other better options, but because okay, we'll continue. Read the 5th one is read the terms of your contract. Yes, guys, read the terms of your contract. These contracts are binding by you. For every clause, for every phrase, for every paragraph that you see on that contract, my dear, that is what you will be getting. So do not make the mistake of saying, I agree, I agree, I agree. You agree to everything, and at the end of the day, it starts becoming very difficult for you to keep. So try as much as possible to do what? Read the terms of your contract. If you are not comfortable with anyone, you can talk to the agent or the landlord, and you people will find a way around it. But make sure that you read the contract very, very well before signing. That's what one of the tips. And also a sub on that reading of contract. As you are reading the contract, make sure you are digesting all the information you are getting there, like maximum stay and minimum stay. Yes, you might see some houses, they'll tell you that it's short let, that you can just stay for, you cannot stay, maximum stay 3 months, minimum stay 0 day. You would now read it and you take it, and later you now want to stay in that house for 6 months. No, once it's 3 months, your contract have expired, and they might not want to renew it again with you. Also, they might say that their minimum stay is 6 months and maximum stay is 1 year, and you are planning to stay in the house for like a month or 2 and get another place. Now, if you don't stay up to that minimum of 6 months, you are breaching the terms of your contract, and in breach of contract, anything can happen. So read the terms of your contract very well, and make sure that all what is there is what you can abide with. Some of them go as far as saying that you cannot have visitors cannot sleep over, this and that. Whatever it is in the terms of contract, make sure you read it through and you are able to digest it and know that is what you can afford to do. Now, my number 6 is, especially this number 6 is for those that are going for shared accommodation. I will advise, if you are going for shared accommodation, you should also be aware that you are sharing kitchen, you are sharing toilets, and a lot of other things. So try as much as possible to get a house with lesser number of rooms. Yes, if you have like a 2-bed apartment where I stay now, or 3-bed apartment, it will give you lesser strangers to deal with and lesser number of people to share amenities with. But if you go for a 6-bed, a 4-bed, a 10-bed, and all of you are just there, you get to meet different people with different character and a lot. I know it's not as if it's bad. There are people that even like living with a lot of people, but if you are some kind of person that do not like so much crowd and so much people getting into your space, getting a lesser apartment share might be better for you. Getting maybe a 2-bedroom share or 3-bedroom share might be better for you than getting a whole lot of having a lot of people coming in to share the house with you. Band, yes, here in UK there is what they call the EPC, that is the Energy Performance Certificate. Each house have its own EPC rating, and it helps to curb code, as in how the energy is being used in the house. We have from band A to band G. Band A is the highest and the best, while E is the lowest. So when you are getting a house, as somebody that is coming from Africa and from a place that it does not we do not have this kind of very cold weather, you should try as much as possible to be getting houses that have good and better EPC rating. At least from A to D is okay. Don't get houses that have very bad EPC rating, because you might not be able to cope with the structure, the code and everything, and it also affects your electricity bill and your energy bill. How does it do this? See, houses that are insulated, yes, the houses that the floors, they have glazed walls, floor and roof, have lower energy consumption. Yes, this is one trick. It has lower energy consumption. So if you are getting like a full home that you will stay with your family, so you should look out for this when you go for viewing. Are the walls glazed? Are the roofs and everything, are they insulated? It will help to keep the house warm, and it will also help that when you on your heating for a shorter period of time, the house heats up very fast and you can off it, and the windows, the doors, everything will hold that heat that you have generated for a longer period of time than houses that have less insulation. The walls are not glazed, the windows are not glazed and all that. So you should also look out for this when you are going to view any house. Yeah, the next point I have to make is what? The tax band. Yes, there is what they call tax band here. We have from A to tax H, and it's rated upon the house. Yes, the value of the house. So some houses band A, while some band B and band C. So band A houses pay the lowest. They pay the lowest council tax, while band H pays the highest council tax. So if you are going for a house, you should also look out for the band, in case you are coming in as a worker, or you are coming in, you as a dependent will be paying tax. So you should try as much as possible to rent houses that have good tax band, so that you will not end up paying all your money in tax. So this particular point now will help you to save more. What I will have to say is, if also you are renting a bill inclusive house, try as much as possible to check the heating pattern. Is it a central heating, or is the heating decentralized? What do I mean by this? Some houses have a central heating where the heating of the whole house can be regulated. They can off it and on it at any time, while some houses have you have your personal heating in your room. So if you are getting a house that has a central heating, the probability that they might off it when you are feeling so cold is there. But if you have your heating inside your room, you can on at your convenience and off at your convenience, while still taking note of the high energy bill. So anyway, if you have already made the mistake, you can still curb it by getting a personal heater. But even some people do not even allow that in the house, so you should also look out for that, so that you stay warm. My dear, UK is cold though. Don't go and kill yourself. If you are still with me to this level of this video, I want to say thank you very much for the love and support. I'm Ada Cheke.